Welcome to the Forge Tutorials, my Masterclass. In today's video, we're going to take a look at the Loft command. In our previous video, we discussed the revolve command. Now, there is another command that you can use to create Nurbs surfaces, and that is the Loft command. In order to work with the Loft command, you need 2 or more curves. So let's draw ourselves a few curves. So I'm going to go to our top view, and I'm going to select the EP curve again, and I'm going to draw a basic curve. That seems fine. And I'm going to go into our perspective view, go to our object mode, and I'm going to select this curve and I'm going to duplicate it a couple of times. I'm going to press Ctrl+D to duplicate it, and I'm going to move it forward, and I'm going to press Ctrl+D again, and I'm going to move it forward a little bit more, and I'm going to select all of these 3 curves and move it up a bit. I'm going to move the center one a little bit down. So let's make them a little bit more different from each other, so we can see the effect of the Loft tool better. So these are our 3 curves, and you need to select the curve in order. So if you want your Loft surface to go from left to right, you need to select your left one first, then move to right side. And if you want your Loft tool to move from right to left, you need to select your right one first, then the center one, and then the left one. You can have as many curves as you want in your Loft chain. I'm gonna go from left to right for now. So we know that the last one we selected is the right one since it's highlighted in green. And now that we have selected all of our curves, we can go to our surface menu and select Loft from here. Now as soon as we click on the Loft command, you can see that it has followed our curve from first to second to third, and it has given us this smooth resulting mesh. And just as we did in the revolve tool, you can select a curve and edit it afterwards to change the resulting mesh, because they are still connected and we haven't deleted the history. And also, just as we did with the revolve command, you can select the resulting mesh and go to your channel box or your attribute editor and select your Loft node and change the settings here as well. You can change from uniform to non-uniform. You can also create a closed or open curve. If we turn the closed curve on, it's gonna take the last curve and join it to the first curve. I'm gonna turn that off for now. You can go from cubic to linear just as we could in the revolve command. Cubic is going to give you a smoother deformation. You can also change the section spans for better resolution. Now if you go into the attribute editor and go to your Loft node, you have a few more options in terms of reverse. You can reverse your first curve. Here is where the direction of the curve that you draw comes in handy. If one of your curves is drawn in a completely different direction, you can correct that from here. So as you can see, if we reverse the first curve, the starting point of our curve changes. But since we drew the curves in the right directions, we don't have to do that. So let's close the attribute editor. So this was your Loft tool, and you can create a lot of different shapes with your revolve tool and your Loft tool. The Loft tool is used a lot when you're modeling things like cars. And I'm gonna end this video right here. And if you like this video, subscribe to the channel, leave a like, drop a comment. And as always, if you want to support me directly, the link to my Patreon and my merch store is in the description down below. And I'll see you in the next video.